Time for an F1 edition of Montana's Hot or Not with our TSN racing analyst, Tim Hauraney. You know how it works. I make the statement. You tell us, Tim, if it's hot or not. And let's start with a resurging Lewis Hamilton. Mercedes, they've won the last two races, while Ferrari has just one podium finish since May. So given those stats, Hamilton made a mistake picking Ferrari over Mercedes. Hot or not?
Not. I mean, we need to take a bit of a relax here for a second, okay? Because I mean, Ferrari is still championship caliber team. Mercedes obviously is steeped in pedigree when it comes to championships as well. But I think for Ferrari, it's just the fact that they've lost their way with some of the updates that they've brought to their car. But I mean, it's good when they've got a team principal like Frederick Vasseur, who's steeped in racing, and he's really done a great job behind the scenes and turning this team around and having them understand that sometimes there's going to be bumps along the way. But I think for Ferrari, look, they're going to get back up on their feet, and they will be winning races at some point this season.
All right, meanwhile, you got Mercedes, may not be the only team looking for a new driver next season because, you know, Red Bull's Sergio Perez, he's come under fire for falling, 137 points behind his teammate Max Verstappen. So, hot or not, Tim, if Red Bull does not win the constructors' standings, they have to move on from Perez.
I mean, Glenn, this isn't just hot, it's an inferno because it's not going well for Sergio Perez at all this season. And Red Bull Racing, they need him. They need him to help win this Constructors' Championship. And the fact is that he needs to do well over these next two races if he wants to stick around within Red Bull Racing. Because at the moment, they're considering dropping him before the end of the summer break.
Wow. So the pressure will be on Perez to close the gap in the second half of the season. And speaking of pressure, Lando Norris and McLaren, they've been in contention to win 5 of the last 7 races, Tim. And for the rest of this season, it's McLaren, the biggest threat to Red Bull, hot or not.
Yeah, hot, absolutely. I think McLaren has the best car, but I don't think they're the best team. That goes to Red Bull Racing. I think for McLaren, you know, they have had some really great chances of scoring some easy wins here. I mean, Canada comes to mind, Imola comes to mind, Austria, quite recently the British Grand Prix. And those come down to a little bit of driver, but a lot of it strategic, team-based. So I think if McLaren can just get to grasp with that side of their racing program, I mean, the sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah, just need a little more composure under pressure, maybe. McLaren currently 78 points behind Red Bull in the constructor standings, so they have some work to do if they want to win their first constructors title since 1998, Tim.